the fourth wall.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Dirty Radio Presents TNA Impact, where we do not talk about the fifth class.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say we don't talk about TNA for at least 20 minutes every time. That works too.
No. They know the rules by now.
You know the rules, and so do I.
Exactly. But anyway, I am that corner reviewer, Matt, and to join me, the IWC War Chief, Andrew. How you doing?
More things this year just reminding me, I think it's 2004 all over again. We get TNA again. Slim Shady came back with Eminem's newest album. Linkin Park is back together, and they kind of sound like closer to old Linkin Park than whatever the fuck they were doing towards the end of their first run.
Lead singers of Scientologists.
I mean, I'm talking musically. Let's just not dig in too deep. And Dream Theater just had their first single with Mike Portnoy back on the drums, and it sounds like Train of Thought, Octavarium, Black Sky, Blacklight Silver Linings, heavier era Dream Theater. So it's like 2004 all fucking over again, and it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird time. It's a weird time indeed.
It's like everybody's nostalgic all at the same time. We're just like, fuck it, it's 2004. I'm like, all right, it's 2004. Fuck all y'all.
Right. Yeah, we went back in time 20 years ago. When Jeff Jarrett was like, that's not going to work for me, brother.
Jeff Jarrett, George W., which is still a better position than we're currently in, so that tells you something. God. That is pathetic.
It is
20 years. How sad has 20 years been? Shit.
We have not learned anything.
Nah, everybody was making fun of John Kerry for being a waffling, flip-flopping imbecile who just changed his fucking opinion every 20 seconds. But I'd still take that over what we have now.
The cringe is very real.
True.
But,
this is the true millennial cringe. That's how that one works.
It is.
It's not just the comedy on TikTok and YouTube and all that other shit.
Yeah. For those... No, we weren't here last week, not because we didn't want to.
TNA wasn't here either.
Yeah. The show, their tapings got canceled because of the hurricane.
Not Gregory Helms either.
Exactly. And so because of that, they delayed it to the night before. It was supposed to air last week, and they weren't going to edit it in 24 hours.
I don't know. If you watched this show, they could have done it in 24 hours. It feels like 24 hours.
You got one for the glasses.
Oh, nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. But with anywho, so we apologize. Actually, no. We don't apologize because it's not something that...
It was the hurricane. It wasn't us. It wasn't inconvenient Thursday plans that happened to crop up.
Yeah, fuck Shay.
Yeah, Helene or whatever the fuck hurricane's name was. Yeah, fucking stupid weather.
Yeah, fucking Shay. Where do you get off?
I don't want to know where he gets off. He's a weird little dude. Between 3 Count and the hurricane and Gregory Helms' gimmick.
Does he say stand back?
It's probably a fun time, you know what I mean?
Does he say stand back before he climaxes?
Maybe. He did. Him, Jeff Hardy, and him had that same stoner friend Shannon Moore. So like, maybe they all ascribe to the Book of Dilly Gaff, and we just have to bring that back.
Like, I'm bringing sexy back for some reason.
It's all the drugs and the tattoos. The ink went to his head, or the drug something did.
Yeah, and then CM Punk slapped him. This is where the backstage show starts to happen.
Who doesn't CM Punk slap is the better question.
Let's see. Who did he not slap?
See, you have to think about it. That's the problem. Like,
Who did he not goozle? Who did he not goozle?
He used to be best friends with Colt Cabana. That went sideways. His Ace Steel thing is weird now.
Yeah. He had to get the dog away to TNA.
I think Seth Rollins actually does have legit heat with him to a degree, and that's not just all in character stuff.
Oh, I know. I think he legit hates him.
I know, but that's like, fuck. Who likes this guy aside from a fan?
It's like this. who likes CM Punk and who does Eddie Kingston like? Because he apparently hates everybody.
Eddie Kingston also hates himself. I've seen the spots he takes. Motherfucker he has to have some like ingrained like self-hatred.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. That's the depression talking, yeah.
Or masochism, one or the other.
Or masochism.
They're not mutually exclusive, you know.
Well, speaking of masochism, I bought stuff I cannot say on the air.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
$400 later.
Well, you guys, that just means you have to get $400 out of it.
Well, it was like $550, but
are you doing girl math right now? Are you about to tell me that you saved $150? Are you fucking hitting me?
I did. I used the code Prime.
You used girl math right there. That's all you did.
I did.
You're like, I spent $400, but I saved us $150. You don't understand. I had a discount code and a coupon. It's like, all right. I see how it is.
I mean, look, if it saves me money.
Sure.
Again, that shit was very expensive.
If you were going to spend that money anyway, and if it's something you can get traction out of, which, knowing you probably can, then money well spent.
Oh no, it is. I'm glad. I was glad to save a little bit, but it was like, you know what, because they've been wanting this for a while. So
fun.
But all right, let's actually get it. Because we wanted to commission someone for it, but we haven't heard from the person. Okay, let's just get this one. Looks like we don't have to assemble it, so.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's always good.
And I'm aware it's a completely different thing, but just to continue the joke from a few weeks ago, it's not 3D printed, right? It's not just going to fall apart in your hands like you're.
No.
I'm just checking.
No 3D printed. It's the good foam. It's the good share. It's got the latches on the sides.
Nice.
Yes, all that. I had to get certain material for the cuffs and the color. That was the extra money on top of it.
No, that makes sense.
Choose your color. Choose your material for these.
Choose your fighter.
Exactly.
Do I want the one with the red gi or the yellow gi? Ooh, red and black though. I like that.
I did get red and black.
Oh, see, look at that.
At that.
Wolfpack represent. There we go.
Yes, and I watched season 3 of Reach Zero, the hour-and-a-half episode. It was pain.
As in emotional pain, or
it's just what this person did. This new antagonist did.
But is it cringe pain or pain you're supposed to be feeling because you're empathetic to the storyline?
That.
Okay, that's fine then.
I was like, oh, pain. What this witch did. She had this poor person like chained like arm and leg. And this was a boy. And she just was torturing this kid, and basically, when she talks, it's like a mind spell type of thing to all the people that are listening. So
gaslights motherfuckers all day.
Yes. So basically, what she is saying, she's making it sound like it's like love and all this. They're like, yeah, go, guy, go. And then she drops him, and when he drops off, and it's on top of the church, mind you.
Okay.
So
all good place to murder somebody.
Yeah, all the way out. This kid head like blows because his face first, head first.
Okay.
He pulled the Owen Hart basically.
You'll just make sure he dies. Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. And once that happened, the people that listened, all their heads exploded. So it was like a train reaction type of thing.
She plays dominoes weird, but I respect the hustle, man. You know.
Yeah, that's kind of yes.
Okay.
And since Subaru was in there, when he died, he went back, and then he remembered, oh shit, this is where he starts getting traumatized again. All right, here we go, because he didn't die.
Isn't that just the whole story he has, is just Trauma the Musical? How many times did he die in the first season?
There's
at least a half a dozen. At least a half.
Yeah, that, and that was like, in season 2, the first half was him dying, but the second half, he did not die at all.
He figures it out eventually, but he dies a lot.
No, because he knew what he was doing. I was like, okay, it's been like over a year. I haven't died, and then all this happens. Like, oh shit, this again.
He's basically just Goku.
Yes, but he gets traumatized every time.
Goku, but with trauma.
Because he cannot tell anyone.
No, that's exactly how you write ReZero's plot. Goku, but with trauma. Oh. If Goku wasn't completely ambivalent and didn't give a oh, okay.
No, he didn't care. He's like, oh, don't it.
Goku's just like, I gathered the Dragon Balls, I'll be back.
Yes.
Like, what? You died for the 17th time.
Yeah.
Balls.
But he watched the Sunday. That's why he keeps dying. He gets a free Sunday.
I mean, King Yama does make some good deals sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe
like,
he
you
just
know what?
missed the snake lady.
Yeah, he just was like, well, I kind of want a Sunday. Be right back.
Yeah. The fucking snake wave fucking princess or whatever the fuck she was. Like, yeah, she had good food.
I know, and then, yeah, but she just wanted to practice vor.
Yes. And Goku wasn't into that then.
No, he wasn't. Maybe now. But...
Maybe now. He's got 2 kids now. So.
Exactly. and I finally finished the Vince documentary.
I haven't started that yet just because I have heard nothing good, and I don't mean like
he had nothing.
I mean like it was just
nothing.
A&E
nothing new. Like we've heard most of this. You just hear it from Vince. That's the only difference.
Yeah, that's who gives a fuck.
Exactly.
Like I think I heard a little bit from the British guy that does the Dutch Mental podcast and a couple other ones. Yeah. I know you know who I'm talking about, even though I know you don't like Dutch.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I think he also does Stevie Richards' podcast. I forget what the fuck his name is.
I didn't know Stevie Richards had one.
Yes, you did. We talked about it a little bit ago when he was talking about Goldberg and Bret Hart. Or did you not realize that was a podcast and just thought that was him doing a random one-off video?
Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know it was a podcast.
Well, I think it used to be a podcast, but now he does it more like videos.
Yeah, I thought it was just like little Dr. Stevie segments or whatever.
That's what he kind of uploads it as. Like they're just breakdowns of, you know, like Ivory's push and, you know, like how certain like weapon shots feel and certain other things or whatever's topical at the time. But I think it's all part of like a bigger podcast thing. But either way, it's that British guy. And I think I saw him upload something about like it was similar to like one of those A&E fluff pieces where it wasn't anything that we didn't already know and it just went on too long and it was just fucking boring and useless.
Yeah,
it's like,
and then of course Bruce Pritchard's like, oh, I hated your thing. It's a gotcha piece. He's innocent, and then seconds later, Vince in trouble for this and this.
But if it's not anything interesting, and it's just shit we already know that's already been in the news, it's not a gotcha piece.
Yeah.
A gotcha piece is more like what the fucking Patriots did to fucking Bill Belichick with that Dynasty documentary. I don't know how much of that you've seen or what you've heard of it, but that was more just like very anti-Belichick, you know?
Right.
And even some of the players that have podcasts have come out and been like, yeah, they didn't really use our stuff when we sat down for like 4 hours to talk about shit because we didn't bury Bill. So they had an agenda and they just went with the whole bury Bill angle for Dynasty.
You're right. I might have to check that out. But, yeah, again, nothing really new. Yeah, but let's episode. So what do you think about Vince? Oh, sexual. And it's kind of creepy because this was recorded when he was still fucking Janelle Grant.
Oh. Maybe if he smiled more. Alright, that's a good line.
You know what? He needed a hug. If he got a hug when he was a kid, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Well, and it depends on who we're talking about, Vince or Bill Belichick, because neither one of them really smiled that much.
Or Brett.
Or Brett. Brett's also just crotchety.
No, he smiles when he's like, fuck Bill.
Yeah, he smiles when Goldberg gets buried. So he must have really hated fucking, what was that Bad Blood, that interaction? Where Gunther called out fucking Goldberg?
Oh, God. Did you watch Bad Blood?
I watch clips of it. Like, I'm not gonna actually Hyatt.
I only watched
Peacock.
I watched Punk and Drew. That I really liked.
I watched clips of the solo Roman bloodline thing. Like that looked
That was
interesting.
okay.
It looked like a WWE match. You know what I mean?
It was basically Punk and Drew was probably my favorite for WWE this year. One of them.
Better than AJ and Cody, or at least in that same argument.
As if you're going by story or just in-ring ability.
It depends on how you grade it. That's what I'm asking you.
I love both for different reasons, but I probably like Drew and Punk a little better.
Okay, no, that's fair. It had a better story to it.
Yeah, it had a better story, and it felt like an old school Hell in a Cell.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, so I love it for that, but AJ Cody is still fantastic, though. But
it didn't have nearly as much of a build or as much of a rivalry.
Yeah. It was just
Drew and Punk has been building all year,
Yeah. This was like nearly a year, while the AJ and Cody was like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then he tried. And I Quit match would have been cool if they didn't play it safe.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was expecting how JBL and John Cena was for their I Quit match.
Vaguely.
I kind of wanted that, that very bloody Cody, that has his steps. And you go, I quit. He's not gonna hit me because I quit, and then just fucking hits him anyway, type of thing.
I don't know. I'm kind of glad that Cody hasn't done the whole gushing blood Crimson Mask thing too much during this run, because he kind of became a meme for it in AEW, and that was kind of like, oh, Cody Rhodes, he's like 4-star Cody Rhodes, and just cuts himself to bleed all the time. If I remember how the internet.
I'm saying he was bleeding a little bit. I figured they could give AJ a little bit of color. I don't remember if he did or not, or was this very brief.
But the fact that it's not a talking point proves what I'm getting at, is that he's at least tapered that back a little bit to focus more on the storytelling and the wrestling, which is something he's always been good at. It's just it's not 27 flips and a Canadian destroyer,
Yeah.
So he's bad.
I know. Yeah. People were mad, why are you guys Sammy kicking out at once? That's he was actually selling. That's his actual fight spirit. We knew Sammy for this. Not like he just got up, no sold, and did a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah, agreed.
Or Leo Rush taking a powerbomb off the ladder through the table, then basically flipping back up.
Yeah, I agree with you. Fucking that's still. If it wasn't for his last little TNA run, what was that, 2 years ago now? Or it feels like it was 2 years ago, maybe it was late last year. But I would still be mad at Leo Rush. But at least he's kind of started to come around and understand.
At least he's maturing. He is maturing.
Yeah, he's evolving with the business. So, he was young as shit anyway in WWE. So,
and that was before WWE too.
Yeah, so anything before and after that, I'm like, he needed to grow a bit, and it seems like he's finally matured. So
and I get it. I know he's had mental issues too, so.
It seems like everybody does. Not to diminish that,
but he was more vocal about it. Then again, he got called out for telling a kid he was money sister, and that's when that happened.
Yeah, so who knows if he was actually being honest or just covering his ass? You never know.
And then Jim Cornette called him a mental case, and Leo's like, "Did you just call an advocate for mental health a mental case?"
I mean, not wrong.
Well, if the shoe fits.
That's exactly. I'm like, if the shoe fits,
But we do have show.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I
was not really a big fan of this episode.
Yeah, it felt like a whole lot of nothing.
It felt like a lot of rushed nothing. That was the weirdest way to put it.
Yeah, even our main event was 5 minutes.
Yeah, with a fucking picture-in-picture break. Yeah, unless you're watching on the app, yes, but...
I didn't get it, we'll be right back.
Well, I said picture-in-picture, so it's like they gave us awful commercials, and then the match in the bottom corner, and I'm like, it's so distracting when they do that picture-in-picture thing,
Yeah, well, it's better than a screen of "We'll be right back."
I mean, I suppose. I'll give you that one.
What cost you that? I suppose. All right. First match.
If we want to call
We
it
have
that.
to. We have to. Masha, Slamovich, Sol Ruca, and Jordynne Grace against Wendy, Choo, Rosemary, and Tasha Stellz.
Mm-hmm. It happened.
It happened.
I mean, Sol Ruca's like Desperation Soul Snatcher in the corner after she was like isolated for a little bit. That was cool. She actually pulled that off, and it looked well done, and it looked like believable instead of the way she usually does her finish. But it also wasn't a finish; it was just a desperation move to get her to tag out. But
it was cool. I did like how they did that, but it was just so standard.
It was, but this also kind of added to why the episode felt rushed to me. And it was just the simple fact that, like, you made that weird tension with Masha and Jordynne about Jordynne blind tagging herself in when Masha was mostly in control to win, and then you saw a little bit of, like, heat between them, and then you followed Jordynne around for the rest of the night to fucking uncover deeper secrets about Masha because she was looking for her, and then the segment that happens towards the end of the night, I'm like,
yeah, which we'll get to. Yeah,
that felt rushed as shit.
And it feels weird. Like, I'm all for Masha, but the fact that they've been hyping up like Rosemary, and now all of a sudden she's not getting it.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's part of the rush too. Is that I'm like, you just completely overlook Rosemary because Rosemary got screwed in a match a couple weeks ago where it just got stopped early because Tasha Stellz got involved or some shit like that. I forget who exactly jumped in, but
yeah.
Regardless, like something happened, it got thrown out, and then like there was never a definitive winner. And you've had her and Wendy Choo feuding with Jordynne for what feels like a month or so, and we just skipped to Masha.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I don't like that. It's like, give Masha the next pay-per-view. Like, you hype. Like, even if Rosemary wasn't going to win, you still had that built up, like, slowly. And just...
Was losing a week really that big of a deal? Like, really? Like...
Yeah, because we only have, like, 2 more shows.
Is it 2?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
That's a 26, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and we got an extra telematch, and we'll probably get his actual challenger.
Yeah, probably next week after the filler title defense match.
It'll be Gresham.
Stop it.
It's either going to be Wentz or they're going to bring someone in from another company to give him like a showcase match.
Hey, that would be nice if they brought in somebody from NXT for a showcase match.
Wesley? Or Javon?
See, if they can make a storyline where maybe Wesley takes out Wentz or something like that, because don't they have a match coming up?
That happened last week.
That happened last week? Okay.
Yeah, Wesley beat him.
I don't know. The X Division's in a weird spot. I can't really on it too much,
also,
given what we had as
Speaking of Wentz, congrats to Wensley and Trey Miguel and winning tag team gold in Gleats. You have the tag team champions there.
Oh, wait, Wentz and Trey won the Gleat tag?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even follow that.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
Who'd they beat? Strong Hearts or something like that?
Kaito Ishida and what was his partner's name? Where are you?
Ishida's in Gleat now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where's my Gleat? You're not posting events. Yeah, they beat Kaito Ishida and Tetsuya Izuchi.
That name I don't know, but Ishida I remembered. He was pretty good.
Yeah. I think he was. Yeah, he won the world title there last year, Kaito.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the day after that, Yeah, it was Straw Hunt's reunion. So Shima, Trey, and went against Lindemann, T-Hawk, and Seika Yoshioka.
Interesting.
Yep. So that was fun.
That sounds fun, yeah. Especially
And so,
Shima tagging with the Wentz, with the Rascals.
I know. So yeah, we got a nice strong. We should have covered that show. Fuck. And then Nakajima holding that mid-card belt hostage still.
There is no way that we knew that this was gonna be so lame. It's
Yeah. Yeah, plus they don't advertise it. It's just all of a sudden, usually, oh, by the way, it's live. Like, oh, it was on the card.
yeah, that's I didn't even know the event happened. That's why I'm just like, you had an event? Like,
yeah, yeah. I only knew because fucking Vikingo and Ricochet having a sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, doing that. I guess trying to copy the Ospreay Ricochet thing.
You mean that everybody tries to copy?
Yes, the real wrestling.
Including Ospreay, Ricochet, and it's not nearly as good as it used to was. But let's not. I guess we can't say that. Ooh.
I know, because he'll pick on you on Twitter.
Think I give a fuck?
I was like, when did you become a fucking teenager on social media?
Well, have you heard Ricochet try to cut a promo? He cuts a promo like a teenager, so of course he types like one.
That's true.
Him and words just don't get along. This is why he flips.
Yes. No words, just flips.
He is a man of action, not words, because he speaks like a child.
Pretty much. But yeah, Jordynne Grace won. Did the Juggernaut driver on Stellz. Thank God.
Yeah, that's the only good thing that came from that is that hopefully Stellz is just out of the Knockouts picture for a while.
Yeah, because I thought Masha was going to fight Stellz and then get a move on Alicia to get that. Yeah.
That's the other thing too. Is like, what the fuck are we doing with the Alicia? Why is Alicia with Tasha? Tasha was a
she didn't say, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, she really didn't say, huh?
But like, Tasha was a fucking fill-in for when she was hurt and couldn't defend. It didn't suddenly become besties. I didn't see that storyline. Like, the fuck?
Yeah, they haven't.
Pairing makes sense.
Yeah, they haven't really talked about it.
None of it makes sense. There makes no sense why Tasha came in to save for Two Demons. It makes no sense why Alicia's still buddy-buddy with Tasha. And now we just fast-track Masha to the title shot. And it's like, fuck is happening?
We don't know.
And we watch the show weekly, and we don't know what the fuck this is.
They don't tell us. We don't get a script. We just go in blind.
Even if they steal what we talked about weeks ago, which we'll get to that. But they rob, they don't talk. I don't like that. If you're gonna steal from me, tell me some things that you're gonna do. That's how it works, man. Give and take. Give and take. It's a good relationship that way.
But yeah. Again, so many confusing shit. It's like, what the fuck?
This whole fucking episode was just confusing. And what happened to the Hammer Daddies having to kill Cody Deaner? That was supposed to happen on Hurricane Week. But
yes, that was.
They weren't even on the show.
Maybe the people decided to throw Cody Deaner into the Hurricane.
Maybe the Hurricane decided to take Cody Deaner with it.
It's my choice.
Okay, gotta listen to the Hurricane.
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
You heard the people. They want that. But to the back, Gia Miller interviews Josh Alexander, Sinner and Saints.
Ugh.
And he's like, he's talking down her. See, she shouldn't be asking questions. She shouldn't be saying anything. Why are you here? Why do you have a job?
No, he basically told her to stay in her lane. And that was the dumbest fucking thing. I'm just like, you are a Canadian.
I was like,
but
she is in her lane.
Yeah. She's the interviewer, and she has questions.
She's asking questions. I'm asking questions, Stan. I'm asking questions.
Asking questions.
Oh, did you see that Casa Bonita documentary?
I did not, no.
I did not either. I saw the trailer.
Okay, just check it.
They bought Casa Bonita, and Trey bought Casa Bonita, so yeah, he's trying to revive it.
Good
So I was like, okay, I need to know.
That would probably work itself out if it just becomes basically like a South Park gimmick Casavanita thing.
It might be. I didn't see it yet. I've been meaning to, but it just popped up on YouTube like Casavanita. Like, wait, Casavanita?
I heard about it. I just haven't looked into it.
Yeah, I thought it was like a new South Park special, but I was like, oh, I actually see Trey. I see actual people.
Oh, these are real people. What the fuck is happening?
It's an actual place.
This is what happens when they're disenfranchised and don't want to make like movies for Paramount and fucking actual series seasons.
Yeah, they're waiting for 2025 to make new episodes.
Which is smart.
Yeah, because they're like, how else are we gonna make fun of Trump? We did that already.
We don't need giant douche and turd sandwich fucking 2.0.
Yeah, and we don't need Mr. Garrison. Oh no, Mr. Garrison might make a comeback. Yes.
Okay, Garrison doing the Trump thing could be funny because they did set that up, sort of.
Yeah, just don't do it all the time. Just like here and there.
Yeah, don't do the whole thing.
Don't give him an arc. Don't give him a whole season again.
Yeah, if it turns out to be like how it was towards the end, where he just like randomly comes in for an episode here or there, they call him. Like, wasn't it the witch episode? Where they just called him and they're just like, "We need you to take care of this" or something like that.
Yeah, so they oh, I remember this. This is like it was my favorite time.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, actually, just all right, and then just fucking nukes him or some shit like that. It's like, all right,
yeah,
that's fun.
Okay, I have weed and alcohol on the plate. Let's go. But we'll see. But I want more than 6 episodes. Like, give me 10 again. Come on. Please.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. But Josh Alexander names his new group the Northern Armory.
Cool name, dorky dweebs though.
Yep.
That's a good question in the chat though, Matt.
Oh, we got a question. I'm sort of new to the wrestling world, and I'd be curious, what would be the best way to stream matches? Like,
depends on if you want the up and up or if you're okay with nefarious means. Because there's a lot of streaming places. There's like a Baked Live is like a live streaming thing where you can watch shows for free, obviously. But
I don't pirate, so.
Yeah, so it depends on if you want to pirate or if you just want to actually go to like some of the legitimate like video on demand things. But
yeah,
for those, and
if you go to the Glee YouTube channel, that is free. Just go to the channel. If you go to the live section, their live shows are on there.
Pro Wrestling Noah is the same thing too.
Yeah, but I say it's like the whole show. It's not like this magic; it's the whole show.
Oh, Noah streams a few live shows, just not the big ones too.
Yeah.
And I think they only keep the video up for like a week or a couple days or something like that, and then it comes down. They segment it out. But if you search up free wrestling websites through Bing, because Bing doesn't safe search you, and they'll actually just like throw you the piratey nefarious ways like immediately. You can find different websites that have a whole litany of the NXTs, the TNAs, the ROHs, Dynamites, whatever you're interested in. It's not a lot of the international, depending on what you're going to. But
yeah,
Bing is very good if you're looking for ways to pirate stuff.
Right. And it's a shame we don't have the Real Hero archive. That makes me miss it.
But that's also only Japanese wrestling.
I know, but I missed it.
I mean, I do too, but I'm fully aware we're talking about TNA, and a lot of the fan base and people that watch Dirt Sheet is going to they're going to be looking for Western wrestling. So Real Hero might not be the perfect thing.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Bing has its uses when it comes to pirating in nefarious ways, and Bing even had their own little like AI image creator thing before everybody else did, before Grok and Messenger had one, that kind of stuff. But yeah, Bing is a little ahead of the curve. Japanese wrestling is great. But,
just not in the States.
if you're getting into things, get into things that you know you'll like first, and then slowly venture out. No need to dive in head first. There's plenty of stuff out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of various wrestling styles, and it's all going to be what you are into. And if you find what you're into, if you come back here, we can give you a little star guide type of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So like,
we are
if there's
glad to help
something
you
that
out
you
with that.
specifically like, if it's women's wrestling, if it's story based, if it's hardcore wrestling, if
Lucha.
it's lucha, if it's high flyer style, or if it's just like the really like strong style, beat your ass looking like bruiser meaty dudes just beating the fuck out of each other. Yeah, we know a bunch of different places that'll have that stuff. But you find what you like first, and then go for
And then come back to us. That's your homework.
No due date. Just whenever you find it, figure it out. Come back.
And come back here next Thursday, because we are here every Thursday. Okay. Yep. Higher interest in cool moves and physical talent over the story. Yeah, that's fair. I need a mix of everything.
I do as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It also depends on the talent too.
Also depends on the definition of cool. Because, okay, if you're just gonna get on the top rope and do like a corkscrew 450 into a backflip through a table, that's maybe cool the first time, but it gets boring when everybody starts doing it. But if somebody just
especially
like hits you in the head,
if it's the same, especially if the same people do it on the same show.
Correct. But sometimes
but that guy did it better, or it's like, oh, this is better.
This is better and it's more impactful. But this is a finish. It doesn't matter. 7 people.
But he kicked out. He kicked out.
You did it 3 times and 7 people did the same move. Stop it. But
so how does it end for him? And he hit it weaker, but this guy's a lot bigger. But it hits a kick out.
It's his finish, and he knows how to do it better. Joy.
Okay, there's still stuff.
There is. We barely even touched the episode, but you know.
I know we barely touched it. I love this every week. Not the show.
I'm also mad, and I'll just talk about this because it wasn't on the episode. There was no Lei Ying Li. You debut her the last show you had.
Right. Yeah, I was ready. I was happy. Like, come on, give me my.
You make her look all fucking Mortal Kombat badass, and anybody who is familiar with Xia Li from WWE knows she's hot, she's cool, she's legit, she's an actual fucking martial artist badass, and she wasn't on the fucking show.
Give me my Xia.
No, Lei Ying.
Lei Ying. I can't have your girl. I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, your girl had a segment, but that's later.
I hated that segment.
That segment was hilarious. What do you mean you hated it?
I'm like,
it was so cringy and stupid. It was fucking fantastic.
But we hear from Nic Nemeth. We hear from Nic Nemeth
and move on.
Yes. He's doing the rah-rah fighting champion speech again.
Boring.
Stop. I'm getting tired of that again.
At least he kept it short, and then they said his name.
Yeah,
Joe Hendry shows up.
Yes, he's like, oh, well, I got my new opponent here, Joe Hendry. He gets the theme. Says his name, he appears. He is ready to go. Become the world champion, something he has worked on for 11 years.
Yeah, when he says that doesn't sound nearly as long as like everybody else that uses that.
When he says it like that, I'm just convinced he's not winning at Bound for Glory.
I'm conflicted because like everybody else that brings that up, that has brought it up recently in TNA, like Kaz, it's been over 20 years and he hasn't won the title. Shelley, before he won the title, it was like about 20 years because he was there since the beginning. Yeah. Like, when everybody's just like, it's been 23 years, it's been 24 years, and he's like, it's been 11 years. It's like, all right, bitch, no, that's not even enough. Go away. You can't win. Like, he should win. He kind of has to win because of how hot he is right now. But
Right, and he could bring that to TNA too. I mean, not TNA, NXT. He could bring it to NXT.
well, it's also just something interesting, just in the outside of the wrestling bubble, like other YouTubers I watch and other niche like interests, like football has there's a YouTuber, Tom Grassi, who brings up Joe Hendry pretty constantly and actually has incorporated one of his like gimmicks into some of the videos he does, because he does like comedic NFL kind of YouTube videos.
Right.
So he did like a Joe Hendry thing for Bo Nix, the Broncos quarterback, because he's had a couple good games. But
Right.
so it's permeated into like some NFL people. Then
Yeah.
even there's a streamer that does League of Legends, reviews and co-streams. Last Shadow,
he has transcended professional wrestling.
and that's the important thing. Like it's
Yeah.
in a lot of pop culture niche mediums where you don't really necessarily think like NFL, League of Legends, and TNA people, along with the fact that he was like what, top 5 or number 1 on the British charts or something like that in Spotify.
Yeah, lost to Taylor Swift.
But you know what I mean, like anything from music to video game streamers to NFL streamers and TNA and NXT now wrestling fans, like you have to take advantage of that. He is far bigger than the little wrestling bubble allows.
Exactly. And you were right about Bing. Thanks again.
No problem.
As they're jerking each other off, wishing each other good luck, here comes First Class.
Yep. The
Also,
upgraded First Class, because Casey Navarro is fucking gold.
He is. Also, before that, though, Hendry's like, "Oh, are you gonna bring JBL?"
I like the fact that at least Hendry brought that up. You know what I mean?
Yes, they just ignored him until he shows up.
Yeah, and Nic never really answered that.
Is he going to show up at the Go Home show to cut a promo?
Good question. We'll find out.
Because has he cut a promo yet anywhere he's been during his cross country tour?
I don't.
Larry Indie people.
I don't think so. I think he just shows up, knocks a few people out, or talks to somebody and walks away.
He's like, "I'm going to invest money in your company."
Mm-hmm. But apparently, either the pre-hurricane tapings or this taping, there was scuttlebutt going around that like JBL was in the back, Mark Henry was in the back at some point, and there were legitimately people taking interest in, what the heck was going on at TNA. I don't think Mark Henry's gonna show up as an announcer or like randomly like.
It's time for the main event.
You know what I mean. But it's always kind of interesting to hear when these people are in the back just observing, because they know what's going on. They've been in the business for 30 plus years. Like, they have to have some kind of opinion worth listening to. You know what I mean?
Right. But First Class comes in and is Casey Navarro's great.
He is the best. He makes AJ Francis so much more tolerable.
Yep.
From little stupid shit like I think we were talking before the show, when he's hanging off the top rope to pull it down for AJ to walk in, and his whole fucking body weight is on it to try to pull it low enough for AJ to step over the top rope, and how he just kind of chirps in like a hype man, or like he reminds me of like the little fucking alien from Space Jam, where the big one would just be talking.
One of the Monstars?
Yeah, one of the Monstars, and how he was just like the big ones, like the blue one or whatever, was talking shit, and the other one like, yeah, that's right, we'll kick your ass, we got your number. And that's just all Casey does. He's just like that little annoying hype man, and it's amazing the way they play off each other.
Yeah, so I'm glad they brought up that AJ and Hendry had a rivalry.
That's good too, yeah.
I was like, yo, you were only famous because of me. Like, one of your stupid songs, like, oh, wasn't the "Can you please get fired"?
Or wait, where was it in the other one?
you are banned from diving. Like, was it that one? And of course, Santana Morella came out. Says, we are going to have a tag team match. The Joe Hendry, the Nic Nemeth, against
Fist clash.
Fist clash. It's like first class.
Fucking
It's gonna happen tonight.
Santino is gold with his fuck ups on names. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With the Hard Boys and Fist Clash. It's just like at some point he's just making up Pornhub fucking titles at some point, and it's fucking amazing.
Right.
I don't know. I like the dynamic in the setup for this. Because Nick and Joe were playing off of each other well enough, especially when Nick was milking the crowd with the whole, I wonder if I could find a tag team partner for tonight. Oh my god.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And then like you just saw Joe turns around and he's trying to ignore him until he does this like turn around and it's like
I'll be a partner.
And then I loved AJ's reaction. He didn't even fucking do anything. He just stood there and turned around.
But that's why it's good. Fuck.
I mean it is. That's true though. When you can get the crowd to pop and all you did is like turn around and stand there, that's talent. Or something. I don't know what exactly it is, but
charisma. That's charisma.
It's that intangible Kavorka that LA Knight likes to talk about. Like,
exactly.
Whatever that happens to be. Yeah, Hendry's got that.
Exactly. See, LA Knight, he knew what he was talking about.
Damn right he did. LA Knight and Eli Drake both.
Yep. Till he got fired because he hated intergender matches.
I mean, when you get jobbed out on Ace Austin's first night back in street clothes, at some point you might get a little disgruntled.
No. I applaud him for staying on business. It was like, no, well, fuck you, go. Fine, don't fight women. Go make money.
How dare you not want a job to Tessa? It doesn't make sense. Wait, no, he's right. It doesn't make sense. Well, fuck you. Go away.
You wonder how we got Tessa? Because she didn't want to wrestle women. That's why she didn't go to the V. Because they said, oh, you're going to be in the women's division. Not fighting AJ Styles or Roman Reigns. We gave her that.
We've talked about it a little bit. And it's the people that Tessa actually fought during that run made sense. There was nobody that you could say it doesn't make sense. Sammy's not a big guy.
But if she beat Madman Fulton in like 5 minutes, I'm going to go, what the fuck?
Fulton was a challenge for her, if I remember correctly, because Fulton would like just ragdoll her and like beat the shit out of her, and she always kind of got back up and got in his face, and that was like her and Tommy Dreamer's weird little time together, you know, because Tessa would usually like beat up on Jake Christ or Dave Christ, and they're not big guys. You know what I mean?
Right. Hold on. Have they fought one-on-one?
I don't remember.
They had one match, one-on-one match. Well, 2, and they both ended in DQ.
I thought so, yeah. Which is safe. It protects Fulton. It makes sense that Tessa wouldn't be able to beat him straight up.
It's a weapon.
But Fulton also wasn't pushed to the main event. The quote-unquote largest people in the main event at that time were like Michael Elgin and Brian Cage. And they're just, you know, Elgin is stocky and Cage is muscular, but they're like 5'6". So, like, they're not really big guys.
And then Elgin stole protein shakes.
But you know what I mean, though. Like, they're all small enough to be... It didn't optically look awkward. Right. It's not like she was beating up fucking Omos or Obafemi. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I would smack the shit out of them.
Yes, that makes no fucking sense.
But that I will go over to your house and just smack the shit out of them.
Agreed. But if they're all smaller guys, and Eli's not LA Knight's not a small guy. He's like, what, 6'2"? And, you know, he's muscular, he's built, he's like 220 something, 230. He can't lose to Tessa. That makes no sense.
No. Absolutely not. But, next match. Can't believe we got this already. Eric Young and Josh Alexander.
I hated everything about this angle.
Yeah. I was like, are they going to do this again? Like, what's it going to do for Matt Fleury?
No, EY's going to recover from the beatdown, and Macklin's going to be pissed off next week, probably. Same thing's going to happen to Macklin. And then they're both going to recover, and it's probably going to end up being, I don't know. Sinner and
Six-man
Saint
tag.
versus fucking EY and Macklin, and then Josh will just be in the gauntlet match. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that or it's a 6-man tag match. Or
If
they're
you
or
can
they're
find a
just, or
sixth
they're just in the
person.
gauntlet.
Or that could be it too. That's where everything kind of builds into something, and they cost Josh the gauntlet. You know what I mean?
You know what would have been fun as a showcase if AJ Styles didn't get injured.
Was that a shoot
AJ
injury?
Styles,
I never actually followed that up.
I think you got an MRI, so we'll see.
A legitimate
But,
one or a
yeah.
fake one? Because remember, Chelsea Green fucking faked everybody else out, thinking that she broke her fucking wrist again or whatever the fuck, and it was just
yeah,
an old X-ray
because
thing.
she does anyway. She always breaks wrists.
But she used an old X-ray that one time just to fuck with
Yeah.
people.
I don't know, but all right, if it's worked, then yes, definitely do it. Have AJ against Josh Alexander back there. There you go. There's your match. There's your 5-star match.
Even though now Ethan doesn't have a title in NXT because he
Yeah.
lost the trick. So you could always bring the North back together for the Northern Armory and have it be Ethan and Josh versus EY and Macklin. I wouldn't be mad at that, you know?
I would love that. Like Don Callis ain't there anymore, Ethan. You can go. You can go back for a little bit.
You can go back at least once.
Yeah, like Don Callis is gone.
And the bad man is gone. The bad man is in AEW. And that's why
Yeah.
you left that one. So
Probably. It's just, like you stole my fight in video game. You said I can't have this. So it's mine. But no, I wasn't feeling this match.
no, the match wasn't good. The angle at the end was stupid with
Yeah, and Josh won with his jackknife pin after distraction.
distractions galore from everybody. The fucking two jabronis. Fucking. And what the fuck did Williams or whatever the fuck his name? Like it was like a Busaiku knee.
Travis Williams, yes. The Busaiku knee into a
The
pedigree.
jackknife cover. Or whatever. But like it's like ugh.
But I'm like, yo, why?
This is stupid. Like
It's a stupid move. I'm like you're kicking your partner's leg to make him drop for this.
oh, that
pedigree.
too. That fucking tandem move was bad too. That was that sliding D kick. That fucking was it Speedstar that did that, or was that Doi that used
Doi.
to do like the sliding kick? That was Doi, right?
It was doing, yeah.
Okay, but that's kind of what that reminded me of, where it's like that sliding kick into the pedigree face buster, whatever the fuck. That's just a bad looking move. If that's actually going to be like their tandem finish, that's
Yeah,
awful.
get Dor the Chichu because he does it fucking flawlessly.
I mean, people don't do many moves better than Doi does. You know what I mean?
him and Masato, they were really good with their moves.
That's why I couldn't remember if it was Speedstar or if it was Doi that did the sliding kick.
Yeah,
I hadn't really watched Dragon
Masato
Gate.
had the beautiful head scissors. He had that.
Oh, you're right. Yep.
And the Torbellino type of submission.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't believe I remember that name. Torbellino.
You watched a lot more Dragon Gate than I did.
I did. Yeah. I miss.
I miss good Dragon Gate.
Yeah. I could either pay attention more to those random matches.
Everything feels so fucking random anymore. I mean, the commercials that TNA runs, they preview the New Japan stuff that they have, whatever that's upcoming from the Cup or wherever the fuck it was from, and it was like Hanare against Shingo for like the Never or fucking trophy thing, or whatever the fuck it is, and then Yoshihashi faced I think David Finlay for maybe the U.S. title or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm like, ew!
The U.S. Continental Global.
Whatever, yeah, like what the fuck is this? Why are Hanare and Yoshihashi the ones getting feature matches in the Access New Japan American viewing thing? Like, ugh. And David Finlay, and ugh. How has Shingo fallen so fucking far?
Because he was a Dragon Gate guy, so they can't push him fully. They only pushed him once because Billy Goat got injured.
He got that one title run because everybody else is hurt. But that's it.
Yeah,
That's
and it's like, okay, you're hurt. Ibushi's out. Osprey's out. We can't give it to Okada again. I don't think Tanahashi wants it. So here you go.
I don't think Tanahashi can carry it because he was already banged up at that point, already looking kind of bad.
They had a really good match for the world title, though.
Really good.
Yeah, that was the year that they had that really good never open weight match too.
I wouldn't say really good, but it was good. It was like the remnants of good Tanahashi.
Yes.
It's like, what was that?
I can agree with that.
2018, 2019? What was that?
That was 2020.
Was it like the beginning of 2020, right before like COVID shut the world down?
Oh, sorry.
Because
that was 2021. That was 2021.
Okay.
Because Ibushi won the belts. At that Wrestle Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I hated. I remembered that.
I hate everything about Ibushi's title reign and the Intercontinental belt going away and that.
Yeah,
I don't even mind the way the new belt looks. I think their new belt doesn't look that bad. I just think it looks awkward comparatively.
Yeah, and the fact you got rid of the Intercontinental belts on top of that.
Yeah, that's what I dislike.
And then they refuse to bring it back. They'll make it US or international or fucking global.
They'll call it literally anything else.
Anything but Intercontinental.
It's almost like they did that to spite Shinsuke.
Probably, I don't know. It's like, we can't have
Tanahashi's the president now or whatever, right? So maybe Tanahashi's like, you know what? You beat me in popularity for a couple years, so fuck you. I'm burying you. Your name is off of everything.
Whoa. This title is just as good as the world title. We can't have two world titles, basically.
We could only have one in a generation ace.
So, no more Intercontinental. It's too good. It's too popular.
And poor Shinsuke is just in America surfing somewhere, and he's just like, what? Oh, fuck, fine.
I love how they just fucking cut his legs after failing to go to Okada.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, man. I tried, but he really wanted to go there. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. Lose every match.
I don't think Shinsuke cares too much, though.
I know, but I would like to see him beat Cody or beat Seth when he had that new gimmick change.
I don't disagree, but that was also the weird times where Vince was out, Vince was in, Vince was out, Vince was in.
That and they had to make Seth keep it after, carrying whatever brand he was on for a while. Like, he's good without the belts, but this is his only good run with the world titles.
Mm-hmm.
Shinsuke
might end up with it at some point. Where would you even slot Shinsuke right now?
The only way he can win it is if he won Money in the Bank at this point.
I'm just like, he's not in any high profile angles. None of the angles need him.
And as he can't beat someone like Cody, he can't beat Roman. It would be someone like that's beneath them for him to win it.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that you'd really want to springboard Shinsuke into that with.
Or hell, even if it's just once for a few weeks, I'd be content.
I'd be happy that. Yeah. I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah, because they have plenty of opportunities.
I don't think that because of who was in charge, I don't think there was ever any faith or good story concepts behind him. Because I feel like it was mostly done for comedy, especially with the whole no speak English, and then he started the whole subtitle promos. You know what I mean?
I like
that started off.
I like the serious ones, like where we look like a fucking manga character in the video type of thing.
I liked them, but I feel like it started off as a rib. You know what I mean? We're just gonna make you say I no speak English, and then have you do Big Boss fucking Yakuza fucking promos or whatever.
With that fucking badass music in the back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's it looked kind of cool, but at the same point, I'm just it feels borderline insulting.
Yeah. Well, who knows how long his contract is? And just give him one. Just give him one.
You've got two now. You've got a world and a WWE. Give him one.
Yeah, exactly. Just in a year or two, hopefully.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But before his contract is over, we'll just say that before his contract ends,
or before he wants to go back to Japan for the retirement tour, basically.
Yeah, like give him one legitimate title run, even if it's not the world title too. Well, it should be world, but if like the Intercontinental US, give him like a legitimate, proper run. So just holding it hostage for like a month and a half, not defending it, not doing anything, doing shitty storylines like the thing with Rusev.
Yeah. Fucking Rusev.
Yeah.
You think
we'll
he's
see.
gonna go back to WWE?
Well, apparently Tony's holding him hostage until March 2026.
March 2026?
That's what his
Does he
contract
have
is.
that much? Oh, I thought it was like injury time or whatever.
No. They could add injury time.
Oh yeah, because he was out and off screen for different reasons, but
Yeah. I mean, if Tony really wanted to be petty, he could have added visa time for Ray Phoenix for missing shows with visa issues on top of that.
Wow.
So he'll never leave. He'll never leave.
Yeah. It's just funny how, like, everybody was like, oh, well, Rusev or fucking Keith Lee are going to make this big thing and prove WWE wrong. No? Adam Cole? No.
Adam Cole, fuck no. Danielson, sure. Yes, you can give him that one. Swerve, same. Keith Lee, after COVID, he just went downhill. I'm sorry.
After he stopped dyeing his hair, he started to go downhill. He went from looking like impressive and normal to now he looks like fucking 50-year-old man and out of place.
Yeah, and Malachi is allergic to singles matches.
I was never very big on him anyway, so.
I know, but they hyped him up as like he's mostly in 6-man or regular tag teams.
Oh, I agree with you that they hyped him up, but like I never saw the draw. I didn't see the draw in Tommy End. I didn't see the draw in Malachi Black. I didn't see the draw in whatever it was called.
People were like on God. He's going to be the next Undertaker. You don't need another Undertaker. Tired the supernatural shit.
Well, when it's done well, that's fine. Like Bray was fine.
Right.
You know
like,
what I mean?
I don't need every person doing it and then go, oh God, he's the next Undertaker. Like, no, it's like you can say that without that.
That's the world we live in, that everybody has to be the next something. Nobody can be their own thing. Everybody's got to be the next GOAT, the next Tom Brady, the next Michael Jordan, the next Wayne Gretzky. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody's got to be compared. Nobody can be their own thing.
But yeah, his last singles match was 5 months ago.
Not shocked.
And then very sporadic. Hold on. No, I gotta check now. Chris Daniels in March. Then Brian Keith in February. And his next singles match before that. Holy shit.
You're digging.
I'm digging. June 2022.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, against Penta.
So he's had like 4 singles matches in 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking Christ.
Next Undertaker, everybody. Yeah.
Wait. Now, what was this one before this? Oh my God, I'm thinking.
Like you knew it was bad, but you didn't actually know it was this bad until you're looking at it.
After that was January 5th, 2022.
Which is still like 5 months beforehand.
Yeah.
So like every 5 months he gets a fucking singles match? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's trash. I never liked his moveset. He couldn't cut a promo. His kick never looked good to me.
Yeah. House of Black needs to break up.
There's a lot of things that need to change in AEW, but I'm not gonna
But I'm saying though, like Buddy is fine on his own, and Brody, you could probably do something with him. That's like somewhat young with Monster
really? They don't do well with monsters, especially not a Brody kid.
No, they don't. But Buddy's perfect for singles. Like just
to job and lose, yeah. He doesn't have a look that you'd put a belt on. Tell me you'd put a belt on Brody.
On Brody?
Yeah. Tell me.
Oh, I said Buddy for the singles.
I thought you said Brody.
No. Mostly Buddy. I said Buddy.
Buddy's got at least a look. He's marketable.
Yeah, like you can easily make him like international or TNT or the Continental Breakfast Champion, whatever you want to call him.
Whatever cruiser, fucking Continental Breakfast, fucking brunch, mimosa, fucking champion they have now. Yeah.
Yep. But to the back, we get Gia Miller talking about Jordynne Grace, looking for Masha Slamovich. This is where we're getting the thing.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later. Because we go to the ring for
more talking. More
talking.
It's.
But yeah, he's calling out Moose because we talked about this. I'm sick and tired of talking for the camera. That's why I attacked you 2 weeks ago with the pipe. So come out here. And then Moose came out. He says he has the best security.
More like the
whitest group of local talents.
That was just like the whitest security I've ever seen. Like I get they were in Tennessee, but come on.
They look like they're about to storm the Capitol.
After they got done their choring on the farm, they definitely looked like farm boys first. They had that farm strength, you know.
Hey, Ma, we finished the chore. Can we go to the Capitol?
Can we go to the Capitol and storm for the president? All right. You put the hay up in the barn, right? Yeah, we did. Okay. You milked the cow? Yeah, Bessie been milked. All right. Have fun storming the Capitol.
I also milked the goat. That goat's a male, honey.
He liked it. I didn't mind it. Well, good on you. That boy a little strange, but it's all right. He's going to go storm a castle right now.
He's like, that boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
Yep. And then Moose had the best insult. Dumbass.
Fucking Moose Foreman, everybody. Dumbass. It's like, all right.
And he's like, you know what? So how about we just fucking right now? Like, after I beat you up, says we want the big money. I don't do it for free. You'll always be some Puerto Rican kid from the projects, and that's what set him up.
But then he got set up because in the system jumped this.
And then the Hard Boys came, and then ABC came in.
Yeah, the Hard Boys, and their quick save, which it was like a jog, and then they slowly climbed up the ropes, and then they slowly came in, and then they made the save.
Yep, and then Santana was like, "Hold on a minute, take it easy. We're gonna have the tag team match now. First, Battle for Glory, Moose and Mike Santana. And then this. Hey, the sister, you better be watching because the Hard Boys and the ABCs. You're gonna see what happens next."
Yeah, and they was watching.
And they intently.
So close. They must have been standing up watching the monitor, kind of watching.
They were in Gorilla.
They were.
And this, we know that they couldn't give it their all because we knew what was going to happen with the results.
It wasn't bad. Jeff pulled off a legitimate poetry in motion. I don't get to yell at him anymore for doing the pussy old splash version.
Yeah, no, that was good.
The Hardys actually looked like they were healthy and they were ready to wrestle. ABC was fine. They all bumped fairly well. You know, and like it looked.
Like I said, they've been healthy since they left AEW.
But I mean, they didn't look old in the ring. The time they looked old was when they came in to make the save because they got in super slow. And I'm like, it's supposed to be like a quick save, and you're like making sure you don't trip over the ropes and like slowly getting in. I'm like, all right, stop that.
Yes,
but, he's step. I think the only weird spot was fucking Jeff Hardy's weird leg drop prawn hold thing that he does.
Oh yeah, no, that was very awkward.
I'm just like, I get what you were trying to do, but you probably should have just done it in one fluid motion instead of standing and waiting for it and then doing a pinfall again. I'm like, that was awkward. But
yeah, like you land on your side too, so it was like only one leg was caught, the other one was still up.
Mm-hmm. But the system, eventually come in and attack everybody and make it a no contest, and fucking deputy director fucking Santino hits his music again.
Yes, because we heard that music like 5 fucking times already.
He's the most popular guy on the show. He's got to be in every segment.
Apparently.
He spent 5 minutes without Santino. More Santino.
Yes. And he's like, well, we're gonna have a TNA Tag Team Title match. The System, the ABC, the Hard Boys, and a TLC Full Metal Mayhem.
Which I called that like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we said it was gonna be like some type of ladder match or TLC.
I think we were talking about it. It's like, hey, you remember the whole the Wolves, the Dudleys, and the Hardys thing where they went through a table, the ladders, the chairs match, and then ended up with Full Metal Mayhem. That's what I can see for this, and maybe it got truncated slightly because they lost the week, but hey, I was still right. It was still a triple threat, and it was still a Full Metal Mayhem, so I'll take it.
Yep.
Santino, I expect my check in the mail. Thank you.
Yep. And maybe we'll see the Hardys actually win it. As they do, again, I'm going to sue them because for listening to us.
I mean, they should win it. If they're listening to us, the Hardys win that match because they are protected 9,000 different ways. It's multiple teams. It's weapons.
And no one gets pinned.
They don't. Yeah, no one really has to eat a pin to get hurt here, and it's fine because the Hardys are one of the biggest things in wrestling currently. So if Hendry and the Hardys go over at Bound for Glory, that's gonna be huge fucking scuttlebutt for TNA.
Did you see that they released the Hendry Matt Hardy music video thing?
Yes. That's so good.
Hello, I'm Choo. How you doing?
What's up?
But yeah, no, that's Matt's face is still creepy in that.
I think he did that on purpose. He definitely.
He was doing the broken Matt smile.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jeff just.
He Jeffed it. At least it's better than the Choo Choo. Can't wait till we get the Choo Choo again.
They better have a choo choo train. Toy choo choo train in the match.
Chugga. There has to be a metal choo choo. That's like an old Thomas the Tank Engine fucking.
Yes, they have to. No, instead of tacks or Legos, just get Thomas the Tank Engine toys.
Oh yes. You get the Thomas, the Percy, all them. Just put them all over the place, and then you just have Matt and Jeff going chugga.
No, they're gonna wheel it. They're gonna push it to them, and they're gonna sell the nut shop.
Or no, you could even incorporate one of Matt's 9,000 children and have Maxwell bring in a little bag of things and be like, here, father, use this, and then it's just a whole bunch of fucking toy fucking choo-choo trains.
I used to collect those Thomas engines.
Oh yeah, I think most of us did at that point.
Yeah, I had them at the old house. They're gone now.
Did you have micro machines too as a kid? The boy version of Polly Pocket, where it was...
No, I did not.
It was like a little garage that had really tiny cars in it, but it was like a garage setup. Because you remember Polly Pocket was the compact that you opened up, and it was like a playground for a bunch of girl toys and stuff like that.
it was Connect, Thomas the Tank Engine, and Hot Wheels.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so Hot Wheels. You want Hot Wheels. You didn't go with the micro machines. All right.
Yeah, that or the Matchbox or whatever it is.
Same difference.
Yeah, it's the same. It was the same fucking thing.
When you're a kid, you don't really go, this is the wrong packaging. You're just like, oh, cool, new car.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Next match.
Man,
Next division.
No.
Jason Hotch,
No.
Leon Slater, and Laredo Kid.
No. This is
With
just
Mike Bailey
filler.
on commentary.
This is filler, the musical.
Yeah, especially when this match is next week.
The fucking Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood filler is better than anything that this match offered. I would rather watch Scar just scream into the sand for 2 hours instead of watching this match ever again.
Boy. But,
I could listen to Inuyasha and Kagome scream for each other for 2 hours more than I want to watch it.
Inuyasha,
Kagome! Inuyasha, Kagome! Oh no! The pearl broke again! Fucking Christ! I hate when this happens.
But Leon Slater won. He's the number 1 contender after
No one cares.
His Swanton 450.
Sure.
And that's next week, where an easy defense for Mike Bailey.
I don't even need to read spoilers to know this is a defense.
I know, and we're not dissing Leon Slater. It's a filler match.
Nobody has any hype. Nobody has any storyline. Leon Slater just came back, I think, for Victory Road, or like right before that, and he hasn't been involved in anything. He's just been thrown into a couple matches here or there.
Yeah, he fought Kushida. Then he was in the tag match with Mike Bailey, Wentz, and all that.
But that's my point. Like, he's just been thrown into matches, and it's just like, he's young and cool. Oh, we have to like. No, fuck that shit. Give me a reason to like him.
What's Kushida gonna do? Is Kushida gonna
drugs?
He's gonna fight Gresham.
That's what I said. Drugs.
He's gonna do that octopus thing.
That they're gonna flip. Gresham is gonna be Hakushi, and Kushida's gonna be the octopus. They're gonna exchange drugs.
They dress up as so Kushida's gonna buy the octopus mask.
Yeah, no, he's not even gonna buy the octopus mask. He's gonna get a legitimate mask from Muta. So it's not gonna be a knockoff Muta. He's just gonna get the actual Muta shit. So he's just gonna go full Muta. And maybe that could be part of... Now, there we go. That's how we use Shinsuke. Shinsuke will come on to Bound for Glory to reenact the old Muta fucking breaking the fucking, like, the genie lamp bottle fucking entrance for Kushida. So he'll be like...
Yes.
Shinsuke will be the crazy guy that's just holding the thing going, bring it back! Boom!
Yes. Please. I would love that.
Mm-hmm. There we
Somebody
go.
do it.
We've figured it out. That Shinsuke gets an extra paycheck, and it's part of the WWE TNA exchange, and Kushida gets to come out as a cool Muta kind of gimmick.
Exactly. I'm all for it. Let's go. Do it. I know you're listening to us.
Yeah, make it. Don't be pussy, Santino. Make it happen. You are the
no
dictator
balls.
of authority. You could do it.
No balls. You won't.
Yeah, fucking pussy. No balls. No balls.
Yep. No balls. Then we go to the ring. Jordynne Grace comes out again. Oh, okay. I guess she's here. She calls out
another
Slamovich.
one that's been in almost every fucking segment today. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yep. It's the Santino Grace show.
Oh Christ, that actually would work too if his daughter was on, because isn't her Ariana Grace?
Yes.
That's why he thought Jordynne was his daughter. He just saw Grace.
Santino pulled in our troops. Like, oh, this ain't that Grace? My bad.
Oh, my bad. That's on me. That's on me, dog. My bad.
So I was like, oh, I thought we had an understanding. I thought you weren't going to do this anymore.
Yeah, I thought you were going to threaten to murder people.
Yes. So he was like, you're the only one that knew I spoke English, and you didn't say anything to make it about yourself. Why would she say, hey, you know Masha speaks English, right?
I agree. I'm like, how the fuck was that a big secret that, like, Jordynne hid? Like, does that make any fucking sense?
Like, when was that ever hinted, and why should she care to tell people?
It's like, would that have changed anything? It's like, she can actually speak English. Oh, so she's not going to be beating people up.
So it's like,
and running around with Killer Kelly.
This bitch isn't actually
Yeah, so if she could speak English, does that mean she wouldn't have been in like the fucking S&M lesbian relationship with Killer Kelly for like 4 months or whatever that was when they had their, what the fuck was that tag team name? I just remember them as like the lesbians, the hot fucking bitches. They had a cool name. They were fantastic from a
MK Ultra.
That's right. From just fucking Masha walking Kelly around with a fucking dog collar and a fucking chain. And I'm like, more of that. Yes. Like, did she need to know English for that to be a thing?
No,
Like, would that have not happened if she knew English?
no.
Would she have been a different person somehow? Because Kelly could speak English and Portuguese. So it's like, you know, they had to figure it out somehow.
They had to do something. But
This is stupid. I'm
Yeah,
happy for the
like-
match because
but
Masha should win.
But just could have waited.
It could have waited, and it could have actually made more sense.
Yeah, if Jordynne retains, then she's just gonna keep that belt till like she actually leaves. Her contract expires.
If Jordynne retains, that does nothing for Masha, and you might as well let her leave.
Who,
Masha, I think, is 0-4 against Jordynne right now. The whole
so-
storyline is to beat Jordynne to get over the hump. You know what I mean?
And hopefully she does. I can see her winning.
I think she should, especially if the rumors are true where Jordynne
I
is
think-
out come like February or late January or what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I think almost all the belts will change hands for About the Glory.
Including PCO? Because remember, he's got your favorite match against your favorite person, Matt Cadova.
Matt Cadova.
He's got the double title match.
Yeah, he might win because I think it's where Stellz is going to turn heel.
But she's supposed to be gone. She had neck surgery. She's
Yeah,
gone
yeah.
for like 10
Listen,
months.
listen, Steph, you've been praying for 6 years. Either have the baby or not.
Hey, at least she wasn't on the show this week. Fucking.
I would have said
around.
no. Just get your surgery already. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, there was a hurricane. Leave.
I was like, I'll do it for you. I'll do the surgery for you.
Or break it further. One or the other. It's.
Massage the bone.
Yeah. Wait, what are we talking about?
Cut the neck open. Just massage it. Just real deep tissue.
Oh, I thought you were just giving her directions some other way. We got
No,
we were talking about
I'll
MK Ultra. I wasn't sure where we were right now.
No. I'm talking about Santana again. A real deep tissue.
No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about right now?
But next week, for some reason, PCO against Rhino.
I don't know.
And yeah, I think that's the whole pick your poison thing.
It is the pick your poison thing, but I don't care.
Yeah, and then Nic Nemeth against Cardona. Oh joy, oh bliss.
Meh.
Yeah, and our main events, which I don't have a graphic. There's no graphic for. Joe Hendry and Nic Nemeth taking on Fist Club.
I mean, First Class is fun now, man.
It is fun though,
like
but this was just a 5 minutes.
they get no
semi-squash
fucking
main
time.
event.
No fucking time. It was awful for that respect.
Yeah, like it started at 9:50,
Mm-hmm.
and then you went break to break, and it was just like you had a few minutes left.
You had 3 minutes of slow nothing action because it was picture in picture.
Yeah.
And it's hard to follow the action when you've got the picture being fucking tiny as fuck and the commercial is most of the screen.
But-
And you only really had 4 or 5 minutes of actual action, and it was it was a waste of time. It was okay. I guess it was funny that they were both doing the showboat thing where they stole each other's finishers and kind of gave each other the cheeky grin, and they're just like, got your thing, like got your nose, like I know what you do, but who gives a fuck? Like,
I like how they jumped Joe Hendry. They say his name, and he like, nope, we're not doing this again.
okay, that was funny at least, yeah.
I was like,
like,
yep,
we-
like, we're not hearing this again.
Like, thank you. We don't need any more talking. There's been enough talking on this episode.
It's the late night talk show with David Letterman.
Felt like it because I really felt like there was way more talking than there was wrestling this episode,
And the wrestling really didn't matter.
and the talking didn't matter either. It was all circular. Usually, I like when there's a connective thread in a show, but the connective threads here of like Santino and Jordynne and Hendry and Nemeth, they were just annoying and obvious. It's like this didn't happen. It's like this episode could have been an email. Like I'm like, what the fuck are you
This could have
doing?
been the clip show like last week.
It really could have been. They could have just been like, here's the ideas we had. Figure it the fuck out. Okay.
Yep. And of course, Hendry stole the danger zone from Nemeth. And then this made Nemeth do the standing ovation to Casey Navarro. Then Famouser.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
I am happy to see he got a pin with the Faymaster, though.
Yep.
That was a nice callback, because usually he doesn't win with that. You know, even against lower card people.
Right. It's usually like the sleeper hold or the super kick or the zigzag.
Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that we've seen him beat like lower card people with a super kick. We've seen him beat him with a Famouser now, and of course the Danger Zone zigzag, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So
Danger Zone.
Danger Zone.
Yes. But that's the show. That's Impact.
That was lame.
It was lame. Well, powered by comicbookclick.com. Comicbookclick.com for all your pop culture nerdy needs. That's outside of wrestling. So comic books, animation, anime, just TV, movies. You can go check out Joker, because you won't.
Wait, Folie à Deux or a different Joker thing?
Folie à Deux.
You're not gonna watch it?
I'll go Wednesday.
Okay. I'm
hearing awful stuff though, so I was like,
I'm hearing nothing good either. So I'm like, do I just wait for it to go onto like Max or wherever the fuck it's gonna go? Maybe.
But who was your job of the night?
I'm gonna give it to Casey Navarro because I like him.
Casey Navarro. Sold like a champ. He sold her. He took a beating like a champ.
And really, like, the most memorable thing of the night was him hanging off the fucking top rope to let AJ walk over. I'm like, that's comedy gold right there. Like, I can't get mad at that.
Nah, I cannot get mad at it either. He's great at that. Now, powered by NordVPN. Get 70% off your first month when you order 12 months. Use the code DSR. Megastar of the night.
This one has to be Hendry.
Casey Navarro.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree. He can win over everything.
I mean, I guess Santino, because he's all over the fucking place.
Oh,
and he got
right.
the biggest hop. That's not Hendry.
This was Impact, the Santino Marella fucking show.
Yep. So Deputy Director Santino, I guess. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, sure.
Because we almost always give it to Hendry. It's always Hendry.
I mean,
it's not a bad thing.
That also tells you where TNA is at right now, though.
Yeah.
They've literally got like one person in both main events. They've got Jordynne and they've got Hendry.
Yeah.
No, who the fuck is the rest of the thing, really? Like, Nemeth is liked, but he's not popular. Like, he's not setting the boards alight. No one's tuning in.
He's the same as he's the same as he is now, just new theme and new name.
And he's not moving the needle. No one is going to be buying merch and tuning in for Dolph Ziggler.
All right. And finally, match of the night, powered by Monk.com. Use code DSR10 to get 10% off your order. What was your match of the night?
I think my match of the night is probably gonna have to be ABC versus the Hardys, just because.
That's the one that like tolerable.
It was the most tolerable. There was solid action. Nobody really, aside from that weird Jeff Pronhold thing that we talked about, like the match was fine. It made sense. There was action. They hit their moves the old school way. You know what I mean? The fact that it was a no contest kind of sucked, but like every other match, every other match on the show sucked. So I'm like, eh.
Yeah, this one made sense though, so I can't be mad at that.
That's another one too.
But any closing thoughts before we do our plugs?
I really hope that their next taped show makes more sense or doesn't suck as much.
Yeah,
because
give us good
last 2 weeks. We're like the penultimate and the go home. Like you can't do this dumb shit.
Right. You got to set up Bound for Glory. They got to set the other matches.
Yeah, the Pick Your Poison match better be like the down points of the show next week. Because no one gives a fuck about that. Like, who cares about Rhino versus PCO? Who cares about that Matt Cardona versus PCO thing anyway? Like,
Well, the match better be passable though if you're gonna put it on TV.
I mean, Rhino and PCO will be tolerable, assuming that like PCO doesn't completely miss and concuss himself like he did the fucking pre-show to Victory Road or whatever against Shira.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you forgot about that for a second, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That was bad.
Yeah, he was just barely okay enough to finish the match, but like, yeah, he obviously rocked himself, and that's just sloppy.
But guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Again, Comic Book Click, catch the major issue show every single Thursday. They'll be covering comic books or anything comic book based for like shows, games, movies. We also have Delphin Pod available wherever you listen to your podcast. Delphin Pod. And then we got we're here Monday to Friday. Not specifically, but all the other people here. Because we have Monday Night Raw on Monday. Then it's NXT on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is Dynamite. Thursdays the Cool Kids, aka us. And then Friday is the Smack Zone. And then Sunday we have CJ and Tyler's Level Up. Talk about NXT Level Up. And with that is it for us. We will be here next week. Pick your poison. Hopefully not a bad show. Take care, everybody. We'll see you.